As much as it pains me to say it, I don't think I'm gonna really enjoy Star Wars Battlefront. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, apparent Star Wars trader Izzy Nobri. This here, the Izzy Nobri Show. Video games based on Star Wars have been around for basically as long as Star Wars. But there's one aspect of the franchise that video games failed to feature for the longest time. And it's weird that they would because it's right there in the f***ing title. Star Wars. We never really got to see the wars playing out in video games. So in 2004, a trailer came out, and I think it's 2004, I don't feel like researching today. A trailer came out that pretty much blew everyone's dicks right off. Star Wars Battlefront. For the very first time ever, you're actually going to experience these wars from the point of view of the lowly grunt just right there in the battlefield. And not only that, but you can also control vehicles, tanks, speeders, X-Wings, all of that stuff. Sounded pretty cool. And it was really cool. Star Wars Battlefront, I think, first one, was the game that I played the most in, like, let's say recent years. It's like Grand Theft Auto, the very first one, Super Mario Brothers, Shadow of the Colossus, that came out after. Star Wars Battlefront, I played a lot of it. Then Battlefront 2 was announced, and it was the first, and to this day, only game that I got on a pre-order. Now, I didn't pre-order it myself. My wife pre-ordered it for my birthday. I remember it came out in November. My birthday's in November, so she thought it would be a great gift. It even came with a Star Wars Battlefront 2 t-shirt, which I managed to ruin with bleach, 'cause I'm an idiot. So Battlefront 2, there was a lot of things that I didn't like. They took out a lot of the maps that were fan favorites, and there really was no need to remove the maps from my point of view. One of the things they did that I didn't enjoy in the least, they took some of the maps that were really awesome in the first game, and they kind of changed it around a bit to match the visual style of the third movie, Revenge of the Sith. I remember specifically Kashyyyk, the planet Kashyyyk, where the Wookiees are from. Battlefront 1, it was in a certain way. In Battlefront 2, it was changed to match the look of movie Kashyyyk. Up until that point, Kashyyyk had never been actually featured in the Star Wars movies, so I get it. I understand what they did. I don't think it was a good idea, but I totally understand the reason behind it. So of course there was supposed to be a Battlefront 3. The game was in development hell for the longest time. It's suffice to say, it's too long a story to explain here, but basically it bounced between studios and it ended up just being cancelled altogether. The PSP, being the awesome system that it is, got 3 Battlefronts, which is actually more than the regular consoles got. And let me say, PSP Battlefront is surprisingly awesome. It featured something that the console version didn't have, which is you have the ground battle, then you can hop on a ship and then fly into space and continue the battle in space, getting to the Star Destroyers. It was insane. So now we get Battlefront, just Battlefront. It seems to be some kind of a reboot of the franchise. And the beta's out, I played it, and I didn't like it that much. I know it's a little too rushed to base my opinion of the game on a beta, and I'm not really doing that. I'm talking specifically about the beta. Although, since the game's gonna be out in a month, it's not gonna change that much. It seems to me that you can sum up the problems with Battlefront by saying, well, yes, less sometimes is more, but not that much less, if that makes sense. So basically they took away a lot of the things that the series had already established, which seems like a backwards move because usually you take what the series has and you add on to it, right? Like, so the first one, there was no space battles, as I recall it. The second one had space battles. The second one also had heroes, so you could play as Luke and as Darth Vader. The PSP ones had more maps. It had the mode that I told you that you can go from the ground battle to space, and then Battlefront comes out, or it's about to come out, and if the beta's an indication, they did away with a lot of things. Some of them I cannot understand why they would do. The main one for me is that the game it only features battles and the character models and the vehicles from the original trilogy. Now, I know what you're gonna say, and I'm with you on that. I would rip my own dick off before I would defend the new trilogy. I'm not gonna do that. The new trilogy sucks. It's a good thing that soon enough it won't be the new trilogy anymore because we got a better trilogy coming out, fingers crossed, and the new trilogy will then become a shit stain in the underwear of Star Wars. While I understand trying to forget the trilogy, you have to admit that there's still a lot of elements there that would be suitable for a video game. The character models, the design for the clone troopers was really cool. The ships I thought were really cool. The maps, the locations, those things. I know that the movies sucked balls, but you could at least take whatever was good from that and let us play with it like we did with the original Battlefronts. A lot of people theorize that it's probably going to be some kind of a DLC strategy. They're going to put that out on DLC. Gamers are the problem, because here's the thing. This game's not even out yet and people are pre-ordering them. We should know by now that you should not pre-order games, because it takes away the incentive of making a good game or fixing it after the fact. Not only that, but people are buying the season pass for Star Wars Battlefront for a game that's not even out yet. Now, if you don't know what a season pass is, basically you pay a certain amount of money and then the company will give you all the downloadable content that comes out for that game. Now, if you don't understand what the problem is with that, imagine you're hired at a job and your contract is for 3 years, and then they pay you up front what you would make in those 3 years. What do you think is going to be the quality of the work? It's going to be Why would you put in the work if people are paying you in advance? It doesn't make sense. So let's just stop with the whole pre-ordering stuff. Season Pass makes even less sense. You're basically giving them money to buy the add-ons for something that is not even out yet, so you don't even know if you like it. It's like going to a restaurant that you never ate at, and then you order the appetizer, the main dish, and dessert at the same time. You don't even know if you're gonna like the food. But I want to know what you think. Leave it in the comments down below. I know I'm too much of a Star Wars bitch. I'm going to buy the game when it comes out. I'm ranting against pre-orders, but I know there's no chance in hell I'm not gonna play this game, because if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps us out. By us, I mean, I don't know. It's just me here. And I hope to God the final game doesn't suck. That's everything for today. I'm Izzy, and I'm done. I really hope this game doesn't suck, but if it does, I really hope the movie doesn't suck.